So I put out a video last night that was titled, I wish I didn't have to make this video, or I wish I didn't have to say this about AMC stock. And that video got a lot of hate. Take a look at some of the comments. It says, not even going to listen to this video. This play has never been about logic or fundamentals. These low prices are a gift to average down. I keep buying. You do you. No room for negativity, with a couple middle fingers. If this dude on the funeral parlor, no one would die. I will take somebody else's DD over you, which is perfectly fine. This guy says, yes, now I remember why I stopped watching your videos. Guys, what I actually said in that video should have been taken bullishly, right? That should have been a bullish video. The numbers are the numbers. But there's one thing specifically that everyone should have taken out of that video that clearly people did not. So we'll talk about that here in this video. It's bullish. It's why AMC stock likely rallies from here. So let's get into it. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are also going to be going over some numbers for AMC. We're going to look at stock twits, where things are currently at for AMC stock. If I didn't think the stock still had potential, I wouldn't talk about it. Okay, just remember that. So what I said in the last video was, if you look at the numbers, one, we know AMC is never going to be able to generate enough free cash flow to pay down their debt. I said AMC could probably refinance some of their debt, but it's not going to change the principal amount that much. It's going to change the interest rate, right? Just like when you buy a house, right? You buy a house for $400,000, whatever you buy a house for. You still owe $400,000. You refinance, you change the rate, not the amount, okay? So the amount's going to stay the same for AMC. You have about $2.5 billion of debt coming due in 2026. If AMC stock does not rally from here, AMC will go bankrupt. Adam Aaron can get AMC stock to rally whenever he wants. That's the beautiful thing. He knows what lever he needs to pull, and that is that he will not dilute shareholders anymore. The second Adam Aaron says he's not going to dilute shareholders anymore, AMC stock likely rallies about 10% or more, potentially, that same day, because that totally changes things, right? That shows responsibility from Adam Aaron on his part, right? You clearly cannot continue to dilute shareholders. So I think markets would like the, confidence by coming out and saying that. But mainly, I think shorts are going to say, dang, the stock's trading on fundamentals. We've pushed the stock down questionably, right? The stock's almost under $1 billion market cap as of right now. Fundamentally speaking, if AMC can turn the ship around, or just even not dilute shareholders for 6 months, my short's probably not going to perform well, so I should probably get out of that short position. What that also probably does is bring a lot more retail folks that are maybe on the sidelines, maybe not buying as aggressively as they used to, and probably start a new wave of buying pressure in AMC. This comes as AMC stock is at a multi-year low at $5.15 per share. We're almost a $4 stock. Let's just run through some of the numbers here briefly so you guys can get an understanding of what I was saying. AMC can issue 300 million shares. Let's say AMC stock does nothing. It doesn't rally. It doesn't rise. Let's say AMC has an average selling price of these shares of $4.50. That would be $1.35 billion of capital raised. There is over $2 billion of debt coming due in 2026. If they do not get AMC stock up, AMC will go bankrupt. It's a fact. It's factual. There's no debate there. The bullish part is, before that happens, Adam Aaron is likely to get AMC stock up because he has to, right? Let's see where he has to get AMC stock to avoid, going completely bankrupt. Let's call it $10 per share. Well, that does it. $3 billion would be raised. That's not enough to pay off all of the debt, so they would still have a problem down the line. But at least for 2026, they would be fine if they could dilute shareholders at $10 per share. Now, odds are they wouldn't dilute 300 million shares worth. So, I mean, that's a little fictitious. Let's say 50 million shares. It's just numbers, guys. And unfortunately, we're in this scenario, which again is a bullish one if you're buying at these prices, if you're playing for an upside move. Let's say 50 million shares. Let's say Adam Aron, somehow he does all of the right things. AMC's business continues to perform. He commits to not diluting shareholders. Let's say the stock gets to $20 per share. Let's say Adam Aron announces dilution and they're able to dilute at $17 per share. Just 50 million shares would raise them about $850 million. That's not terrible if your stock's $17. Then you get another round of dilution, maybe at 15, right? You get the idea. And then you're getting a lot more bang for your buck actually diluting shareholders. The reason why AMC stock is where it is not necessarily because of the dilution, right? Dilution can be a good thing fundamentally if your stock's trading at high prices. If you're diluting shareholders at multi-year lows, that just doesn't look good. Investors just don't like that, okay? Again, the beautiful thing is Adam Aron can get AMC stock to rally whenever he wants. It's questionable to me why he hasn't done that already, especially as we get deeper into 2024 and hopefully more liquidity comes back into our markets. And ultimately, I think AMC stock is multi-100% sold short. It could be 100%, could be 200, 300, 400, 500%. Can I quantify that? Absolutely not. But that's based on, my time watching AMC over the past 2.5, 3 years or so. So I think people came away with the wrong message about AMC. I think a lot of people probably did not even watch this video or, the last 2 videos really. And I think they're just a little... I think some people just got off on the wrong foot with that video. So the bullish thing is Adam Aron is likely to get AMC stock to go higher. So buying at these prices, I'm not going to say you're guaranteed to make money because obviously nothing's a guarantee. This video is not financial advice. All of that, come to your own conclusions. If you invest in a stock, you could lose all of your money. But odds are very good that AMC stock rallies from here, right? Or at least somewhere in this neighborhood, Adam Aron knows they can't dilute shareholders again. If there's another round of dilution, then I think you should be more questionable of what's actually going on. It's just my opinions. Again, that's a bullish video. All of this is bullish for AMC stock as of right now. Just the numbers are the numbers. Let's not be delusional here. Let's not be fictitious. If Adam Aron cannot get AMC stock up because he continues to dilute shareholders, AMC will go bankrupt and will get delisted. That's a fact. There's no arguing that. But in the meantime, I think Adam Aron's going to get AMC stock up. So that's the part I think a lot of people missed. Now, if we take a look at the Ortex numbers here, the quantifiable numbers, the numbers that are provable, not my hundreds of percent sold short thesis, you do have 8.05% short interest of free float, $107 million worth of short positions currently in AMC stock. You do have days to cover at 1, 20.18 million shares that are currently sold short, shares out on loan 16.01 million, cost to borrow 1.08%, utilization of 29.99%, and a short score of 52.48 out of 100. So, not the most impressive numbers over here, that's for sure. If you take a look at the option activity over the past week, it's been pretty negative. 17 orders totaling $1.8 million with a positive order value of 20%. If you take a look at Friday, though, it was a little bit more positive, still net pretty much neutral, but a little bit better here. You had 3 orders totaling $304,000 with a positive order value of 49%. You did have a January 19th $9 put for $82,000, a January 17th, 2025 $5 call for $66,000, and a January 12th $5 put for $154,000. So Yeah, pretty neutral. Again, 49% positive order value is nothing to write home about, but that's better than our weekly average. So we'll see what comes next. Now, AMC stock over here on StockTwits, pretty interesting. The message volume is extremely high at 95. The sentiment is extremely bearish at 6. Now, I think this is interesting because I think a lot of the people that, are commenting on this, that are, on StockTwits, probably not the same people that are commenting under these videos that I post. Because it seems like under the videos that I post, at least, everyone is very bullish, which I am as well, right? But it seems like not that many people are bullish over here on StockTwits for AMC. So we'll see if sentiment can get back to extremely bullish and message volume stays extremely high. That should be good news for AMC stock. But again, there's just too much fears about dilution as of right now. That's a problem. Adam Aron needs to come out and tell investors he's not going to dilute shareholders. When that happens, I think it's not a question, but when that happens, AMC stock is likely to go much higher. Not a little higher, but like hundreds of percents higher. Could be $20 per share, could be 25, could be 30. Even a lot of hedge funds and institutions, analysts, think AMC stock is going higher. B. Riley Securities just put out their $12 price target on AMC stock. That is over 100% higher from here. So, clearly we probably overshoot that to the upside, and that's great news. That's where dilution might actually fundamentally make sense. Like, this is so far off the realms of people's minds. But in the past, when AMC would dilute shareholders, it was actually seen as a positive thing. AMC stock rallied back in 2020 and 2021 when there was dilution because AMC was really faced with bankruptcy, and that dilution took that risk off the table. Well, now AMC is faced with bankruptcy because the stock is low and they're not able to raise capital. If Adam Aron can get the stock up $15, $20 plus per share, then dilute shareholders, the stock might actually rally even more off of that. Because then, if AMC stays profitable and they can pay off their debt, there's no bankruptcy concerns at that point. There's no existential risk to the company and actually getting delisted. So I think this is pretty logical. I think this makes a lot of sense, but I think a lot of people are just hung up on the fact that the numbers say AMC will go bankrupt if they can't dilute shareholders at higher prices. I wish that wasn't true, but unfortunately it is. And again, that's good news for like the 5th time in this video. That is good news because that means Adam Aron is forced to get AMC stock higher and wait to dilute shareholders. We'll see though. We've seen crazier things happen. Anytime now he could come out and dilute shareholders again, but I don't think that's likely because it's going to be really hard to get the stock from, let's say, $3 per share to 20, even compared to, $5 to 20. The percentage change difference is pretty dramatic if you're at those very low prices. Like, for an example, if you are a $2 stock and you're trying to get to $20, you have to see 1,000% return. If you are a $5 stock and you're trying to get to 20, you only have to see a 400% return. So there's a big difference in just, these couple of dollars here. And I think time is now for Adam Aron to commit to no more dilution for at least the first half, but maybe all of 2024. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. For those of you guys that did watch the entirety of this video, let me know how you feel about it. Provide your thesis. If you want to, hate on me for, saying the obvious and calling out what is bullish here, well, feel free to do that as well down below in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.